Hey, good evening and happy Monday. It's always a happy Monday when I get to paint. My mouse is still being bad. Ah! I'm here to put paint on this here mini. Who is that? Oh, it's Nerdy Tokyo. What's up? My buddy who's actually here. How are you? Are you ready for Adepticon yet? Because I sure as hell aren't. Hey, Hooper, what's up? Howdy, howdy. I think my count is wrong. I said, I hope you're in better shape than me. Because I'm not ready for this at all. What? So I'll laugh my ass off, sob. Because you're in the same boat I am. Oh my god, we're both probably screwed. Not to mention, working in mini, I got some new paints. Been a good day. Well, if you get new paints, it's always a good day. Oh wait, I should flip this around. Basically, by wet palette, I swap sides every time. The first mini I'm gonna work on is going pretty well. Oh, that's awesome! So, but is it gonna be done? And first mini, yeah, I've got 2 in progress right now. The problem is I want 4 done. I mean, the nature of my diorama means I'll be able to hide a lot of sins. Well, okay, that's true. And actually, dioramas will get judged more on story than, you know. They'll get judged more on the story. So I'm gonna take some white. What? What is going on with my stream? Alright, I think... something's going on with my stream here. Do you guys see everything, or my friggin... Alright, hold on. I'm gonna restart my stream. I think it's Twitch. It's being stupid. Yeah, it's Twitch being stupid. Hey, Alley Cat, what's up? Texture paste and pigment powder for the rescue! Woohoo! So my stream is faster than it used to be lately. US will lag between me writing and commenting and singing. Well, that's cool. No, what happened was it was still on my loading screen. Like, I know you guys could hear me and all, but it still looked like it was on my loading screen. Alright, so I'm going to add white highlights. On the brightest areas. They aren't really going to look white. Last time I did all this first stuff. Hold on while I think. And making that little top section look a little lighter. Yeah, no, everything's fine. It's just that my Twitch, for some reason, didn't switch me. Like, it paused it. I'm not sure why. Just kind of dot some of the highlights on this fur. I know, I'm really concerned about what I want to get done. Because of the level of painting it needs to be. So in the actual piece, they do have like white highlights on the fur. That's interesting that my stream be faster. I don't know. The only thing I did was I changed to OBS after Streamlabs decided it didn't want to use my cameras anymore. So I'm like, well, I'll go somewhere where I can actually use my cameras. I do use like some of OBS. Not OBS. I use some of Streamlabs for my, like, the alert boxes and things like that. I kept that. Trying to poke along just on the very little points of all this fur. Some of these places I may go back in and do a little blending. Right now I'm kind of sort of just tapping the very points. With some white. Nope, I gotta do that's. I gotta do his left side now of the fur. So somebody say something. What are you all up to tonight? What you know, Hooper, you said you got some new paints. What did you get? Inquiring minds wanna know. Because I'm nosy. I'll make sure my chat works. Actually, I'm gonna... Well, Streamlabs is awake. Which is good. Alright, so I hadn't used knob bone as like the bridge. I'm gonna look. As I said, there's a few areas. the white looks a little too much. But I think that looks good overall. Oh, I'd say you got a fluorescent red you're liking. Oh, cool. I got some from Monument. Oh, you get their fluorescent red. Yeah, their fluorescents are really good. Also, I believe they're black light reactive. Blues, reds, greens, and purples. Well, good. You got purple. That's the one you want to get. Purple's always the answer. Actually, I'm thinking I probably shouldn't use this brush. I should use the bigger brush for this. Probably not because I'm trying to paint it to lure. If I do purple on this guy, it'll have to be a shadow or something. Oh, don't go in there. So, basically I gotta stick to... He's a serious competition, Edry. However, the Celebrity Bob Piper definitely has... Now, I've heard that the Chaos Armies you can get away with a little more. But if you look... he definitely has some purples in here. The pinky purples. And I've shaded him, like I base coated him all purple. His tongue is kind of purple. I'm pretty happy with how this is coming out. I have to deal with this finger though. It's a little too on the... It's blue-ish. Because I went a little bluish on... my highlight. Because I was trying to do some interesting highlights. Tonight the goal is to try to finish this fur. I don't know... Now, a Night Whisperer I know is going to be decking out on Mondays because of his... It's going to be his World of Warcraft raid night. So, he will not be doing Monday nights anymore, at least in terms of penny painting. I believe he'll be doing his World of Warcraft streams, though. Because he usually streams his raiding. For his guild, the Eternal Dragons. A little more white. Give it a little zip. trying to keep a fairly light hand though when it comes to this. And if it's too strong, I'm just gonna go over with the thin layer of the brown. The light brown. That's going on pretty good. Do his nose. Zuby, I didn't know if we're going to use... Yeah, you have to... No, you don't have to stick with certain minis. They have to be GW minis. But you have to paint them to the lore standards. I think you can enter any GW mini. If you want to do minis, as they call minis, agnostic, when you can enter whatever company you want, then Monument Hobbies is starting a minis agnostic competition. And I'm going to be bringing my Golden Girl into that competition. That's what I call her, the Golden Girl. Alright, I want to take a little pink. So this is the time I'm going to find out, how good you have to be to get in the display and get a pin. I've only been in probably ReaperCon. I really haven't done a lot of competitions. I've judged more than I've been in. That's why I'm not in any, because I judge them all. Pink into these. Zip. I'm gonna add a little because I think it'll be interesting. The thing is, I've never done a golden demon, so I can't really tell you how much I love it or not until after I come back. The answer is I'd probably say I like them all. Oh, I've got bone white on the table. I think I'm gonna do a little polished bone. Did use varicolors. I'm just gonna put a little white in the socket of. It's not white, sorry. It said it's the off-white. Black and brown, I remember, was what I started this with. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. We do have Joy and Cadbury. Oh! Oh! You have Cadbury eggs? And how dare... Did they finally start selling them? Because my husband was looking for them. I'm going to have to go over this again. I was losing it completely. I think actually I have to brighten it up. It's not popping enough. Oh, I love... See, I'm on team... I love Cadbury cream eggs. It's all of our buy for Easter's. Cadbury cream eggs. They're expensive, too. A little black and brown on his nose. Actually, I should take a look. What color is his nose in the box? Oh, it's outrightly black. Well, I could do it black. I should let that dry. Probably. Do a little highlight on there. Ooh. I think I killed it a little too much. I'm trying to not have super thick lines. I want super thin lines. How'd they do the highlight as it does? Hey, Michael's Paints Minis. How are you tonight? I see. Yeah, thanks. Actually, it was a tie, so between me and Alley Cat, who's right here. Alright, I actually like what they did on the box better. Because they kind of outline the nostril. You going to Adepticon? Sir? That's what I'm getting ready for Neo. That's what all this is. Actually, I think that I need to tighten that up a bit. Oh, this side's dripping way down. I have to actually fix a couple things on that mini before I can really post beauty shots of it. Maybe that is it. Let's try this again. There. That's okay, that looks pretty good. 25, wait, 20, Adepticon, oh, when is Adepticon? Now, Anna Kara will be doing the family stuff there. Oh, that's right, Annie, that's right! Ann Forster's gonna be there! Oh yeah, Michael! So, alright, so, Michael paints minis. I'm gonna ask a serious question here. Although I'm probably gonna go ask it. Reaper John is gonna be there too, from what I heard. I already told Kara is gonna be excited to see you there. So here's a question for you. Should I come to ReaperCon and teach? I heard he was gonna be. I think Kara said he was gonna be there. So, because that is the one I was gonna talk to. Should I come? So, Kara. Yeah, Kara. Kara? Not Kara? I always thought it was Kara. Alright, well, I'm butchering her name. I'm sorry. Now look at that. It says Kara to me. So wait, are they accepting class? Are they accepting classes now? Like, I have no idea how you even do it. I'd probably say it, let her correct. She'll probably correct me anyways. So, how do I... Oh, what was I thinking? There was something I thought about for a class and I don't remember what the frig it was. That's really bad. Oh, I know, I was thinking. We need like a class where how to paint scales, like how to properly paint scales. Because I think one thing that's, a lot of us get hung up on is the fact that we paint each like individual thing rather than thinking of the overall. Ron was actually friggin' recruiting me last year. Anyway, he still hasn't told me a mini to paint. But we were talking about it last year and he said, oh yeah, you know. That makes me nervous. I gotta get permission. I will. I mean, I don't want to sound like horribly egotistical here, but now that I'm a gold medalist, does that mean I... Do you think I would... I'm gonna mess this up. After you see this, you're gonna be like, no, don't do this. Well, like, one of the classes I was thinking, because I haven't really seen this, is like how to do fur and scales where, like, a lot of times when we do fur and scales, we tend to focus on each individual, you know, like highlighting each individual piece. Well, that's great, but you gotta think of it also as a unit, like as the whole unit. So you're gonna highlight things more or less. I was thinking that might actually make a decent topic for a class. Excuse me. I have a color class, but I want to revamp it. I have one of how to quickly get your minis on the table, which is a lot of fun. Basically, it's... I should learn how to do slap chop though, to make it, you know, to add that into it, but I more or less do like a little easy technique to get them on the table. They look great. And you would know they were only done in about 2-3 hours at the most. People will actually completely get minis done in that, and it's a 2-hour class. In fact, it could be less than 2-hour class. You were a very good teacher. Let me tell you something. I was teaching as a non-entering teacher at the first ReaperCon. I never entered until 24. I'm a very good teacher. I'm told this. Teaching is separate skill. Yeah, it is. It really is. What is it they say? Those who can do, those who can't teach. I don't believe that, but... I wouldn't teach my super basic mini because they've brought a point that it's probably too basic. steal the thing from Anne. In dark sections, the highlight, sorry, the midtone is the highlight, and in light sections, the midtone is the shadow. But yeah, Ron told me the whole deal with Reaper, with how the classes go, and I'm like, that's an amazing deal. They really do. Yeah, that too. I'm still slow, but people can do it. Also, it helps to have. It depends on how complicated the mini too. Actually, you just cut down your colors. Oh, now I get to speed it up. I mean, this was like mine in 2 hours. I just didn't do the. Oh, I didn't do the sword and the base. But I believe this was a 2-hour mini I was teaching, so it didn't exactly spend tons of time on it. I don't know. I gotta figure out what I want to do. I might not do it this year. I might do it later on. Mystic? Oh, Mystic Amethyst, which is a purple gem. Mystic Amethyst minis. Yay! Hello! Welcome! Where are the mangoes? What? Where are the mangoes at? This is a Limerate. Well, this is a tavern, so I don't know. There might be mangoes, you know, behind the bar. Gosh, here be the mangoes. I don't have any, sadly, sitting here. Hi, how are you? Welcome to my stream. You have been here before. Actually, I think I know who you are. You haven't been here all that often, but hey, I'm always thankful for visitors. How are you tonight? And how was your stream? And what did you paint? And of course, I'm link friendly. Yada yada. You all know the speech. I'm painting a little Warhammer's thing for a little golden demon entry. I'm gonna try. Are you? I follow you, right? I know I follow you. Yes, I follow you. Pretty good. I'm so tired, but we did a tutorial. A tutorial on what? And what do you oh, you know what? I don't have I am my own mod. So let's do some shout outs. I'll start with Michael Paint's minis. Hey. This is fail. There we go. At Mystic Amethyst Minis. I actually really love your name. Oh, this thing. I know what it is. Yeah. Hang on one sec. I'm having a problem here. It's my mouse. It's being stupid. Okay. Did you get? Oh, man. Alright. I'm having I probably want to look. Hey, it's okay. I know it's like when you stream. Let's try it again. I don't think that worked. I have an issue with my mouse being stupid. my mouse has been. Alright, so. I mean, you know what I have to say? Most mini painters are really good people. We live in one of the best and exist in one of the best communities, I think, on the planet. There's so many awesome people. I said, I'll be at Adepticon, so anybody who's there, please find me. I'll probably be lurking around Fort Wapple, hanging out with Mr. Wapple. I want to do the paint and pass. I'm going to take one class. Trying to think of what else. I don't remember. Let me go find. Jesus, DJ. Alright, hang on. Let me see if I can figure out. Alright, let's see. Let's see. I guess I could try and see. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Alright, Adepticon. How do I find it? How do I find my stuff? I guess I should be looking at all the things because they have all the painting, all the tournaments and everything now. The Golden Demon returns. Oh, that's... God, that was a while ago. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Wow, this is gonna be tricky. How do I find out? This is supposed to be easy. Did I? Let's see. Okay, let's see if I got Adepticon. There we go. Okay. I have my class. Oh, I did star too. So, I took color composition for display on the 28th from 6:30 to 8:30 at night. And I bought some Adepticon dice too. Ooh. Probably gonna be so much stuff I want to do. I heard this, but there's, I guess that there's a creator meetup. Probably people like me who do Twitch. I'm the GW buyer from my local game store, and it's paying because it makes me want stuff even though I don't play anymore. The stuff is amazing. I chatted with the head of Warhammer Youth events the other day, and he gave me a lot of FOMO about the GW reveal. Oh my gosh! Well, I picked up a ticket for that. Now, the question is whether or not we get there in time. Let's see. What are the days? I don't even remember. Let's see. Go away. Go away, notifications. Oh, it's probably the same friggin' time. Adepticon, yeah, starts the 25th. And you know what? I'm probably gonna miss out on the Golden Demon set. Wait. The Golden Demon Award ceremony isn't until 5 o'clock? Can you get your mini back earlier? Oh, Brush is amazing. Alright, so you can pick it up. You can pick up your stuff before. What if you win the damn Slayer sword and you don't know? You have to leave early. What do they do? Mail it to you? If you win? But what day? Sunday, right? Because we were thinking, I think we were thinking of leaving by noon. Because I need to actually get home and go to work on Monday. And I feel like if I leave at 5, it's gonna be too late. I have to work on Monday. I need to keep... I mean, I don't think I have any other days off planned between this and DE. Or Dr. Submergent. I mean, I guess if I was actually ever in contention for a Slayer Sword, first of all, I probably would have to be wheeled out there because I'd be dying of a heart attack. Because I don't think there is any way that's gonna happen. Alright. I think... Excuse me. I would, that's my goal. I want a pin. Do I think I have a chance? I mean, I don't know. I got a chance. I'm entering. It's better than no chance, because if I don't enter, then there's no pin. Alright, I'm just gonna look up here. Oh, it's a very... So, I'm looking at the cloak. I want to do something to make that little symbol pop. There's a little symbol in the corner of the cloak right there. Yeah, let's see if we can... No, right there. I know, I think my style is just not... I don't think I know I'm not running a Slayer sword with this. I'm like looking at the box art going, mine's not like the box art. I know, I was like looking at this and going, I want to make this a little more. Boom. I'm looking at this and like going, my whites, and I've got white on my palette, so. I feel like my white is going to be a little beefier. A little better, actually. I'm sort of vamping anyways. Let's see. So it's definitely the color is definitely a purplish red, not a, definitely more purple than orange. Oh, you know, you asked if there's going to be purple in this. Maybe there is. I could try and start with Necromancer purple. I'm using like all Reaper and 2 thin coats and everything but Warhammer paints. Alright, I need my pokey tool. Oh, by the way, speaking of Reaper, what's up? I've always loved speaking of Reaper, by the way. Ooh, 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 ooh. we're gonna have a display of every color in the new line Adepticon. Oh, exciting! When's your Kickstarter going live? Not that I have room for any more friggin' paint in here. I mean, I guess I have more racks I guess I could put up. So, when's the Kickstarter going live? Or the Reaper Genie for next year took. Oh, cool. Oh! Top secret Kickstarter date that's happening. Redacted! Come on! You know the answer is soon, TM. By the way, that's right. So, Michael paints minis. If you notice, so we have a little... Now it's going to be a 6-person. So we have a little paint-off that we do at TotalCon every year. Or at least the last 3 years of it. It's 40 years old, so... And we usually, I think every year we've picked a Reaper Mini to do. Including next year's model. So we always pick the model the previous year when we're all together and we just make a decision. Actually, some of the other Reaper adjacent companies were in the running this year to pick it, but we still went with a Reaper. And we picked the female genie, which I'll show in a minute. She's a really cool model. I voted for her because I really want to paint that model, and sitting on my desk. I know. Yeah. There she is. Look, she's not together, but she's together. I haven't glued her all or anything, but I want to paint this so bad. I'm so thrilled we picked this model this year. So, I keep thinking maybe we should drag Reaper into if Reaper's interested in this. We actually, what our little competition is. I don't know if you've heard about this. If you work about my stream. So, this all started with the streamer known as Njal and the other one known as a Night Whisperer. They both, we all hang out at TotalCon together. We're all from Massachusetts. And I run the painting contest there. A Night Whisperer won, Njal won Best in Show. And then the year later, Night Whisperer won it. Well, the year later, Njal went to Night Whisperer, said, if you win it this year, which, basically, we, how do I put this? Basically, he wanted to, it said, shit. Oh, we hadn't decided when he said this. That's right. So when he started making this idea, he basically said, if you win it this year, and I knew he was going to win it, to Eric, or to Night Whisperer, he goes, Carol should pick a mini that we have to paint head to head and enter next year. I'm like, okay, cool. That sounds fun. And then they told me, Njal told me, you have to paint that model. Oh, I do? Well, fine. So I did. And it was the other genie. It was the male genie we did for the first year. And it got to close to ReaperCon time, and I had sunk probably about 40, 50 hours into that. I think 40 hours into that. And I'm going, I put too much work into this to not do something. So what I decided to do with about 2 weeks until the con was to basically have an attendee vote. So, I mean, I allowed them to enter. I can't enter because I run the competition, but I allowed them to enter the competition with their things officially if they wanted to. And I basically stayed to just this attendee vote. And then we did have the judges actually pick one. But we're not part of the main thing. I'll show you the price per paint is excellent and will cause people to be very happy. Let's see, since it got me, the price per paint will be redacted dollars. I'll take $2. If it's $2, I'll be overjoyed. Um, but anyways, so that's how it gets started. And we had over 100 votes. I won by 1 vote. And then Night Whisper came in second in the votes. He's the one that won the judges pick. So last year we added another person who is a ReaperCon gold medalist. Yeah, we added another person, and he won the judges pick last year. It was the giant actually that I won my gold medal with, the Frost Giantess. That was our entry for that. I painted it for that. I put all that time to get that. We earned a gold medal at ReaperCon. I put that much time in it was a little friggin' competition for 4 people. For 4 people. For bragging rights. So then this year, and I have it right here because I'm going to actually do a little work on it. We did these guys. And I tied. Now, I did not win the judges vote pick last year. Actually, our gold medalist, Mr. Shaw, did. So this year, this was our model of choice. She's amazing. I think actually it's such an amazing model. From the Greek Odyssey expansion. So I did a little sunset thing. According to Night Whisper, it's actually better in person. I tend to agree with him. Than it shows on my camera. It looks like he was like, "Where's the sun?" And I'm not sure I bought it, but because I've been looking at this for so long, but now I looked there, I could actually see it was working. So me and Alley Cat tied this year at 133 votes each, and Night Whisper came in third with like 26, I think it was. Such a great model. I'm bringing this to the Monument Hobbies competition at Adepticon once I tweak a few things. Isn't that how it works? You tweak a few things. And you confer and divides to. So yes, your good old Reaper Miniatures is actually very huge in this little competition because we always pick a Reaper Mini so far. We had one person put in a bombshell, and then we had somebody else put in. Night Whisper put in a couple of Moonlight Minis, but I believe I was the tiebreaker in the vote that said I want to paint that genie. They're doing all 50 of it to who's Monument Hobbies? So if Reaper ever wants to pony up a prize. I'm just kidding. But if Reaper ever wants to sponsor this. So next year we're gonna have another person. We've added a 6th person. It is the Best in Show winner from this year. I think we're gonna cap it at 10. As I said, if Reaper ever wants to get involved, then we'll make sure it's nothing but Reaper Minis ever. But I understand. Totalcon, that said, is the biggest tabletop gaming convention in New England. So, really? That'd be cool. I actually felt, the only reason why I haven't really gone begging for a trophy is because I've either won or tied to win for the vote every year, and I feel weird buying myself a trophy. I like the bragging rights, but I keep thinking if I get I want to go up to 10 people, I think, because it is a vote. I need a new set of headphones. These are sounding weird. We have the one. We have the Best in Show one because honestly, this year was better. I think this year we had a decent amount of entries. But it's still, to me, a little sparse. So that's why I think we've always just done the Best in Show. We can consider it. And I can talk to Steve about doing something. But we still have a category or whatever that. We had a category that we didn't have anybody in. So it's kind of, you have to buy a trophy and then you don't give it away. I could do that. I could actually... Wow, this is bad. I can actually make certificates just going on forward, truth be told. Um, I thought about though, maybe if we ever did a trophy for this for our little thing. That I want to do the one where you basically have the one where you put the names on every year and just put all the winners since I know both winners each year. But both the judges pick and the thing. So plus, we're committed at least a year of big sculpts. One every 2 months ago. We want people to think of us as a bigger company as well. I mean, that's the thing is we do. I mean, I said we've always voted for a Reaper Mini for this, and we do make sure we like really throw people there. Also, the paint and take. We have been using your paint and take kits, so there are a lot of Reaper Minis over there. Plus, I think actually one of the Kickstarter, I think Bones 5. We've actually had. I think we finally like killed Bones 5. Hey, look at this. Hey, you know what? Michael paints minis. Do you realize? I'm gonna throw a pitch here. Do you realize I do 9 conventions a year where I run paint and takes or classes or both? Would Reaper ever be interested in me doing that? I could literally be a Black Lightning rack from back in the old days because now I do enough events a year. But I do 9 conventions a year now. I mean, some are bigger cons, some are smaller cons. I have a paint take. My biggest con is my biggest paint take is PortCon Maine, where I had almost 200 people come to my paint take, which is crazy. I think if I did it at another anime con other than 2 back to back, I would probably have that much there too. I know my anime cons do really well. I have basically 50 seats that go in 2 hours. So I can't even imagine what a whole weekend would be like. And there'd be a limit of 10 seats at a time, thanks. So if you guys are seriously interested, I mean, I'm not doing this to try to get free stuff from you or anything like that. I'm doing this because, honestly, I have a lot of people that get their eyes because I do so many events. I like to advertise Reaper. There's a reason why I've always left the Reaper symbol on here after they got rid of the affiliate program, which I'm very disappointed they did. I loved being a part of that. They never replaced it. But they told me it was okay to just leave the little symbol up. The logo up and stuff. But I want to advertise. I think Reaper's like the best. Arguably one of the best mini companies, if not the best mini company out there. That's in my humble opinion. You guys have probably one of the best. You guys are amazing at creating communities. You run Reaper Con is the only con, as far as I know, where it's really, at least in America, where it's dedicated to painting first and gaming second. Even like Adepticon, whereas the big painting track, it's still it's still largely a tournament. Oh, news! I've got my color. I knew this was going to happen. I'm going to have to probably go over it. That's right, because you are help at Reaper, aren't you? I would be, if I can help out in any way, shape, or form, I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking to get anything out of this other than the fact to help my favorite company. Who really, I mean, all I have to say is what Ron did last year, and he still owe him a friggin' mini. I mean, I guess I could just give him, I don't want to give him my giant though, not till I'm done with it. And I don't even want to do it then because it's just such a special piece. But, I really want to paint something for them. And I owe them something, so I know I didn't do this. Like, I should have painted this first. But I can go back over it. I may have to even go in darken. This is not going quite as dark as I wanted to. I already said I love you guys so much. You really, I don't know if you really understand how much I love you guys and how much I think of Reaper and how just the people that work there are just wonderful people. And the product, especially when they've gone to this Bones Black and the versions of it, is like such an improvement. I mean, white was okay for what it was. I mean, it's a great inexpensive mini, but it definitely had its flaws. But, you know, you evolved and made Bones Black, which is one of my favorite materials to work on. Although I don't mind this GW plastic. It's actually not bad. The paint sticks to it really well and such. But also love your sculpts. I'm a D&D'er at heart, so that's why Reaper has always been like my go-to. Oh, by the way, Alley Cat. By the way, just so you know, Michael Paints Minis, Alley Cat did place in one of the Reaper quarterlies. I don't know if you knew that. She's a terrific painter. That's why I knew she was a legit threat to win this year. I mean, again, I think anybody can have a good year. So yes, when I invited her, I'm like, I don't know, I'll probably lose. But we tied, and it's like, I think it's so special that we tied. This is going to require a couple coats. I wish you were going to Adepticon Michael Paints Minis. I really do. Although I gotta ask though, and if I'm sorry if people have missed this. I don't know if you heard all. Those of you here said or have been paying attention on the internet. Did you hear about Ron Karnak passing away, aka Black Skull? He was a big Reaper fanatic too, and I met him at ReaperCon last year. He was hanging around with Monster Dan Ed. It was a really big thrill to meet both of them, and I'm just so sad he's gone. I probably will do the 4th and the Scheming Rough. Was that the one that was a 4th and well? I don't remember. Actually, maybe it was 5th. I think there was only one. He was really, like... I'm still stunned he's gone. It's hard to think about this. That how is he gone? Probably one of my favorite comic style painters in existence too. Like, I love the way he always photographed his Marvel Crisis pieces. Like they were, the cover of a comic book. But, I was so looking forward to seeing him at ReaperCon this year. Because he was gonna go. Did you see, actually, did you see, Black Skull's, interpretation of, I can't think of her name, the ghost bust that they did special for ReaperCon last year? He had such a friggin' cool idea to paint it. And if you haven't seen it, I will go pull it up. But, maybe I'll pull it up anyways. It was so cool, though. Hang on one sec. The Mexican oh yeah, wait. Is it the Rocky? Is it last minister's vintage painting? So I feel very like I've seen him on the last high note. So wait, yeah, did you know, I'm gonna show this anyways, because I think it's just such an amazing piece. And I'll tell you, if anybody has a way to get it to ReaperCon, it would be really cool. How do I find people in here? I'm gonna show this out because it's just so cool. This thing is so amazing. He went total Day of the Dead with her. And to me, it's such a... I showed this on Saturday too, so I'm sorry if you've seen it already, but... just amazing. Like, what a terrific concept to paint a mini. A ghost mini is the whole Mexican Day of the Dead. He even has this... Like, I didn't even notice. He's got the freaking bones in here. Oh my god. I love all the metallic bells. I love the bright colors in the dress. Lady Belgrave. That's, I never remember her name, but yeah, Lady Belgrave. Just, what a terrific take on this. I remember seeing it going, wow, that's a really good way of doing it. Oh. How do I get back to the beginning? I know it's friggin'... Such an awesome piece. Love it so much. My mouse is being really bad tonight. I don't want to go full-size pages today. It is amazing. That's it. It's such an amazing piece. He killed it on that piece. It said it's fun if we find a way to get it to ReaperCon somehow. I think it'd be really cool. My objective with the most minis is to riff on another artist style. Wait a minute. Alright, did you post it? Oh, yeah. Okay, so this was yours. Hold on, I'm gonna go put this back on then. And curse and swear at... Oh, it worked. Oh, yes! I remember this, Rocky! That's right! Why can't I get it to... Oh, this is annoying. I can't get it to... I wish I had more time to do, like, the challenge. Problem is, I don't have time to do, like, the challenges and things. I've got too much going on. I'm backed up with commissions, and I'm doing, like, the competition things for, like, Adepticon and such, and I just don't have time to do this, too. Yeah, I love the colors of this. He's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I do. I really like your colors. But those are like the colors I like, you know, and I like the way you compose the colors. Yeah, I wasn't you know what? I would have given you a heart anyways, but I was doing it because I thought maybe there was another, like, a backside of it. What's on with my friggin'... Jeez Louise, I don't know what's going on with my stream. Actually, it's my mouse. I know what's going on. Alley Cat, you really need to start an Instagram. You really should, actually, start an Instagram. Your stuff is worth... I mean, I think everybody's stuff is worth showing, but your stuff is very good. So, I think you should start an Instagram. And put your stuff on there. I love your talking about taking photos. Yeah, fair enough. Wait a minute. Alley Cat, why don't you put a link... Wait a minute. Why don't you post a link to your Instagram so we can all follow you? And yes, put some pictures up in it. Now, with a lot of mine is that I basically put my work in progresses. And, to advertise the stream. But so you always get the work in progress. As I said, once I'm done here tonight, I don't know, I gotta finish my Sloppity Bob Piper. But I also want to touch up a few spots on my giant. But please post the link. Thank you, because I want to go and follow you if I don't. Oh, I don't! How do I not follow you? Oh, also, I'll tell you what, also, you might want to, if you're going to do it, like, as a public painter, you might want to, you probably would consider unprivating. Truth be told, I actually have found that, I haven't got too many. I tend to just ignore them. You know, those, like, some of the weird, you'll learn, like, I hate to say it, some of the graphic designers out there, they're just out there, they follow you just to get business. So I don't tend to follow them back. I tend to basically ignore those, to just kind of ignore the people. If they get a private one, I don't tend to follow them back either. Because I don't know what they've got. I strictly follow back mini painters and other obvious nerds. So, yeah, so, I mean, if you're gonna, so basically, if you want your painting to really get out there. And I said, use your account for this. You know, use your account for just your painting stuff and be public about it. Okay, kitty pictures true. You know what? Kitty pictures are fine. Put kitty... Everybody loves cat pictures. Alright, what am I doing? I'm painting the cloak. That is a good start. Alright, so... I've got a good start color for this cloak. What I really need is to go darker. I'm thinking, believe it or not, I got my black and brown here. And make it a bit translucent. Let me see. I'm gonna do all these, like, darker. We'll also have to add something super dark. I don't know if it's not dark enough. It is darker though. I don't want it to look brown, but I want it to basically darken up. And then I might take actually a little black and put it in all these little holes. It is darker, so I think that's good. Sure, why not add a little black in there too? Oh, nice. Cave Asian way better. Walnut brown and black and brown are awesome in the. I'm sure that. Listen to you! And you won't tell me any actual friggin' details about it. Well, I mean, you know, how am I gonna get excited and plan to save money for this if I don't know what it is? Come on, there's only 7 of us here. Who's gonna freaking rat you out? You can tell nobody's paying attention. I'm kidding, by the way. I know you can't say anything. I do really like black and brown. I like walnut brown. I like all the dark browns. You know what? Hey, here's a little feedback. You know what? They have carbon gray, right? But it's like the only super dark gray color they got. I hope they put something like that in this line of paint, because I find super dark grays like that color, like carbon gray, for some reason, are hard to find. Or at least, maybe I just haven't found them. I don't know. It could just be me. But like, I've looked, I have not found a ton of colors like that carbon gray. It's one of the best colors you have. If you discontinue it, I'm gonna be super mad. I'll tell you, I don't know what it is. They like discontinue some of the best colors in the line. Listen to you. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am excited. Wait a minute. What the hell? Did I say I wasn't excited? I'm totally excited. Actually, do you know what? I do actually work with the company on stuff. I actually, I'll tell you what though, it works really well with Reaper paints. And you know what? Rhonda Bender hangs out on their thing too. So I work with Craig Drufy, who makes these awesome little paint stations. And you know what's great about them? I gotta put up 4 more paints in here though. Although these aren't all Reaper paints, but they are the size of the dropper bottles. It actually carries... What the hell is that? That's 9. It carries 18 paints in here. But I actually do... They actually have sent me a couple of these to sort of advertise it, bringing them all my cons. I love this so much. These little paint stations. And they're going to do a 2.0 with all sorts of cool things. And they're also maybe making a backpack. Like a painter's backpack, which would be amazing. But it's funny because Rhonda Bender, I didn't even realize it, and then I found Rhonda Bender was on there giving them ideas. I'm like, oh, hi Rhonda, how are you? She's such a nice, I love her. She's such a nice lady. She's one of my favorite painters in existence. Okay, we definitely have to hit this with another coat because it is just a Stariki. No, Rhonda's amazing. If you ever get to take a class with her, I was actually really mad. She didn't do her classes until like the last minute last year, and I didn't get to take one. And I'm like, I was like, well, I looked for your classes and didn't see any, so I didn't take any. She's like, that's because I got them up really late. I'm like going, oh. But I get to hang out with her. It's always a joy to talk to her. Actually, you know what means as much to me as my gold medal from Reaper? She paid me a compliment once. Right? So, she once said, because she painted the same model. It's a little druid. I don't know, it's got, she's got a staff, and she almost looks like I painted a tartan on her. And she was my Reaper, she was my first, like, real entry in a Reaper con. I got a silver medal for her. But Rhonda's like, I like your colors better. I'm like, you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. She did, like, she typed it on I posted the Reaper thing and she typed it. I'm like, there's no way you can ever like anything of mine better than your own stuff because, oh my god, your stuff is the greatest friggin' stuff ever. She is such a phenomenal painter. Yeah, I've got some nice gradations in there. That's a good start to this. One of my claims to fame is she took my weathering class in 14 or 15. Ah! That's awesome. Oh my god, you know, I said it's really weird when you get like I like to teach beginners. I like to teach beginners too. And I had a color class. I want to revamp it though. I wasn't really happy with it. And basically she's actually streaming now. Although I don't know if she's doing minis right now. It's a scary dolls. Maybe she is. I don't know. So, Lotus K, who is a really good painter, actually came and took my color class, and I'm like going, you don't need this class. I've seen her work after. Like, you really did not need to take my class. To figure out who we're gonna stream tonight, because I'm pretty sure it's not. Pretty sure it's no longer gonna be a Night Whisper. Oh, he hasn't even popped in. Say hello, I don't believe. Well, I try. Color is one of those things I think I've always kind of had a knack for. When I talked to my mother about it, like, she goes, you were good at two things. Like, I'm not naturally gifted as an artist in terms of, like, brush control and freehand drawing and such like that. I'm not really that good. But when it comes to minis, all the lines are there, you know. I do occasionally do some freehand. But, my mother said you actually were good. Well, the big thing was that she thought I was good was in composition. Which, okay, I don't really need for miniature. I mean, maybe for a diorama, but not so much for a mini. And she goes, yeah, you're also pretty good at color too. But I did go to college. I did actually take color theory, so I find it really helps. On the Giant, I'll tell you right now, that's actually why I went with the Sunset. Because I went with blue in her hair, and I'm like, oh, well, blue and orange are opposites, and they'll go really well together. So, and I also know, like, purple and green and orange all really go nicely together, too. So, that was why I actually ended up going with the Sunset thing. I couldn't make noontime work well enough. So I was like, screw it, let's go Sunset. That's actually a better color scheme and it'll work better with the blue hair. So prepping my rebreast. Listen to you. God, why have you got to do this? I'm going to block you off my stream, Michael. So while prepping the remastered paint display, I did see carbon gray. I don't remember if it was paint getting replaced or paint that was being retained. Puts hands out like a valet at a hotel. I mean, carbon gray said one of the best, or to me, one of the most important colors. I have to actually order more. My problem right now is that it's too cold up here to really order paint. I think you know, I said I live in Massachusetts. If you've seen our weather lately, well, it's friggin', I mean, it's like the Arctic North. Alright. That's actually a pretty good, that's not a bad match to the, that's not a bad match. It might be a little bit different, but that's not a bad match to this color. I think I'm going to put some yellow in there. And a little... Like, they don't do anything at all, but you can't see it. I hope that isn't breaking lore too much, GW. Now I gotta find my paints. I've got a box of paint too. Like, I bring so many paints to my conventions and things. Where is this highlight? Where is base? I'm looking for the non-metal metallic gold base. Be renamed. It'll be very easy to duplicate so you won't lose it, okay? That would be great. You know, I just realized how incredibly useful you are here. Because I can give you feedback as a friggin' super fan. And, you know, as one of your customers. And you can take it back to the powers that be and say, hey, honestly, my biggest feedback for Reaper is this. Keep doing what you're doing. You do amazing products. You have great customer service. Your Bones Black is, to me, top notch. Now, the only thing that I could say to improve Bones on Bones Black is if you can find a way to make it so that the paint, it's not hydrophobic. But I'll deal with that. That's the only thing I can think of that might be improved on is the fact that that's hydrophobic. And yes, I fully expect to go outside lines have to touch this up, which is what I'm doing now. And yes, this is a mess right now, and that's okay. Because I'm going to go back over it. We're going to touch it all up. It makes sense that Anne would be the one going to Adepticon with this paint line coming up. It's her baby. I remember her telling the story, too, of how she got hired at Reaper, and I just thought it was the funniest thing. That basically she told them their paint sucked. And they said, fine, make them better. And she did. I remember the old paints. Like, I remember when they were in those pots, and I did not hate them, though. This is probably going to be one of those deals where I go back and forth a few times. I may have killed... As it dries, it gets easier to see, too. As I said, this is going to be a lot of back and forth. To get this right. Shit, I can't see this one. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I'm gonna cover this over until I figure out where that line is. Okay, let's see if I can do. One of my palettes getting a little too wet. And I'm sorry I haven't looked at chat, but this is one of those spots where... I'll look at chat. It's good news, guys. It didn't notify me. Did it notify you what? Oh. I usually always get notifications on when people... I don't know what's going on. I also, for some reason, I've had a whole bunch of people follow me, like, in the last couple days. And I'm not really sure why. I mean, unless it's the Warhammer painting, I'm not sure. But... It is almost time to go. Now we have to figure out who I'm gonna raid. Who should I raid tonight? Anybody want to suggest? No, don't go. Don't go there. So I'm getting there. So where's that lane? I have to touch that up there. I'm gonna try to fix this and then I'm gonna go right out. Gilded Brush Studios, I'll be modding there. Oh, okay, I'll go there, sure. I will go there. That's fine. Gilded Brush is awesome. The next time I'll probably start with the other side. Trying to figure out if there's another line there. I'm almost there. I'm gonna finish this before I pop off. There's a line there, I swear. All right. Well, this is actually like two. They actually don't touch on the other side, so. Alright. I think that's... see if I can get a... give you. Oh yeah, no. We're definitely gonna go there. I know you can't really see it. My camera's just not... just stuff. But hey, got one side done. Maybe I'll work on the other. Well, actually, no. I'm going to be working on other things. Sorry. So let's go. Oh my god, there's a lot of people. Where the heck is he? Oh, he must just come on. Okay, let's go to Gilded Brush Studios. Of course, we're going to... Hey, I take suggestions. Oh, I got to keep my mouse there. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's not GU. GILDED Studios. Nope. Hold on. Alright, let me see if this is... I got it. GILDED BRUSH STUDIOS. Okay. Alright, that looks like the right thing. Alright, so first of all, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I always love it having visitors at the tavern. As I work, it's kind of like being a con. People come up and chat with me. Thank you, Michael Paints Minis. Thank you for all the chat. I will send you an email at some point very soon. At what is it? Help at Reaper? Crap. What's your thing again? Tell me quickly, because the timer's real good ticking down. It's like help at reaperminis.com. I will message you there. Since you're help at reapermini.com. Alright. I will be back on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I will not be here Saturday because I will be in Florida, where it'll be about 90 degrees. Oh, thank God. And I won't be on Murder Hobo Week either because of that. Our game got canceled because somebody else couldn't be here last. Oh, they had a one-shot, and I decided I needed to paint, so that's why I wasn't on last night. And that's Murder Hobo Week or M Hobo Week on YouTube. All the episodes of the Corsairs of the Azure Atoll are up. So until next time, our paths cross at the Painted Hero Tavern. Life is wonderful, and happy painting.